Do you ever feel stuck about what to say at a networking event? Well, here is a question that has saved me countless times. And when you use this question, I almost guarantee you that that person will never forget you and always think about you in a positive light. Now, before I give you the question, you have to understand this is not a question you ask right away. You have to establish a little bit of connection and trust before you bring it up, because otherwise it's just going to be weird. Now, I'll tell you the question in a second, but stick around because you need to understand why it is so powerful and exactly how and when to use it. So here's the question. What is your superpower? Now, you obviously don't want to run up to people and say, hey, my name is Patrick. What is your superpower? Again, that is just weird. But after I say 4, 5, 6 minutes of small talk, where you get to know a little bit about them and their business and who they are, it is a fantastic question. Here's why. Now, if you are going to make an impression on someone, you have to go below the surface, below the ordinary questions and BS small talk that most people do. Because if you do the same thing that everybody else is doing, you will be perceived like everybody else. You need to stand out. Therefore, you need to ask questions that are deeper. So when you ask these questions, people typically go really silent and think for a long time. And this is great because if you spark different thoughts in them, they will remember you in a very positive light. Now, here's really why this question is so powerful. And that's because it gives you a unique insight into who they are and how they view themselves. And it'll not only give you very deep insights, but it'll also going to give you ammunition, if you will, to be able to acknowledge them and recognize them for who they are and their positive sides. This is one of the things that makes great networkers great, is that they're very good at finding positive aspects of people and praise and praise and praise them. Now, and you could also use this in another situation that is so unbelievably powerful, and that is when you introduce them to somebody else, because then you can use that great insight of their superpower to bridge the conversation with a new person. Let's say you met a person called Anne, and you found out that her greatest superpower is to inspire other people. So when you introduce that person to someone else later in the event, you can say something like, I'm really excited to introduce you to Anne because I just met her, but I found out that her superpower is to inspire other people. How amazing is that? Now, you've not only lifted up Anne, but you've also created a bridge to the new person for them to start a conversation. Their conversation starter is going to be around her being able to inspire other people, and it's just going to flow naturally instead of having this awkward phase in the beginning, and then you come up with these superficial questions like, so what do you do? I guarantee you, this question is so powerful. I want you to make it one of your favorite ones. Try it in the next 2 or 3 events and see what will happen. I almost guarantee you're going to be blown away. Now, there's obviously many more powerful questions you can ask, and over the decades, I've collected tons of them. And I've created a report with 36 of the most powerful ones. So if you want this report, look in the description below. Bye for now. See you in the next video.